Hello, and thank you for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels live radio show slash live. I'm live on LinkedIn and YouTube as well. Hey, you know what? I'm kind of broadcasting from a undisclosed location. I can't tell you where it is. I've been sworn to secrecy, but hope all is well. So thank you so much for joining. Happy Tuesday. It's today is June 15th, 2021, and we're all about connecting people and collaboration. So please forgive me because, like I said, I'm in a different studio today. So I have everything on my lap. So if I'm looking down too much or whatever, let me know. Just let me know if I'm doing things right or wrong. So, but thank you so much for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels. Let me make sure my comment is going as well as my banner. Oh, I haven't even changed that. Let's see. Hold on one second. Bear with me. Um, don't go anywhere. I just have to change um, my banner, save. There we go. So you can see the comment at the banner at the end, at the bottom of the screen. This is show number 112. You're live with On Air with Russell of Hotels. And like I said earlier, we're live on LinkedIn and live on YouTube. So we're here every Tuesday at 1 o'clock PST, Pacific Standard Time. So rain, snow, sleet, it doesn't matter. We're going to be on. So, okay. So it doesn't matter if I had to change venues, if I'm in a different town, we're in a different location, or a different studio. We got to make things happen, connecting people and collaboration. Hashtag hospitality unplugged, which means to me, we talk about everything hospitality related, trends, and the ups and downs of our industry. But just because you can say it doesn't mean you necessarily should say it. But we keep things good, we keep things clean, or clean for the most part. Every now and then, I gotta be real, right, and tell you some real stuff that's going on. But nothing, I'm not, out there dogging people out or anything like that, so to speak. But we do try to make it fun. So I'm a marketer, a marketing disruptor. I can't even speak today. Marketing disruptor of the status quo, which means, I mean, this whole show is being a marketing disruptor. I wanted to get my brand out. I wanted to, attract more people to what I was doing, or appeal to more people, or reach more people. So that's what I did. That's why I came up with a radio show or a podcast. So this show actually is a live show, but becomes a podcast later. So tomorrow I'll post things, for it to be a podcast, meaning it's audio only. 2021 Hospitality Power Index, most influential hospitality leaders, international, that was given by the International Hospitality Institute. Guess what? I made that list, right? So there was like 50 people. I think mine was there's three different categories. Mine was in the U.S. Right? So 50 people out of the United States. I'm one of the Hospitality Power Index most influential hospitality leaders. So I always want to mention that, and I always want to thank International Hospitality Institute for that distinction. So thank you so much. Hello, Maret Padavani. She was my guest last week. I mean, I was talking about her earlier today and how much I enjoyed her being on the show and how I met her through Clubhouse, and how, if it wasn't for Clubhouse, not that I'm giving Clubhouse, not that I'm trying to, promote Clubhouse or anything like that, because they don't pay me. But I just want to make sure that you guys knew that that's where I met Maret, and I would not have known her if it wasn't for Clubhouse. So thank you so much for Clubhouse, and I thank you for Maret for being a great guest last week. People are still asking me, who was that lady from Switzerland? Oh, she was great. So I do appreciate you coming on and giving us your expertise in marketing. Walter Moore, thank you so much, Mr. Walter Moore. It's good to hear from you, man. You know what? I was in Phoenix. Gosh, I was in Phoenix twice, probably in the last, I don't know, weeks. So I have to, hook up with you next time, because my daughter moved to Phoenix. Just FYI. So we have to hook up next time. And thanks, Mike McManus, for congrats on the top 50. And Libby Zarahi, good to hear your news today. The state is open. Yes, it is, and that's what I'm going to talk about a little bit. And Maret also said, I am starting my own live show inspired by you. So that's what it's all about, right? No, thank you so much, Maria. And I think your talents, I mean, you have so many talents, and you have so much information, and a lot of people need to hear it. Not just the people in Clubhouse, but you need to reach more people because I think you have a gift in the marketing world and hospitality, and I think a lot of people need to hear about it. So need to hear about you. So there you go. So moving on, but please feel free, whoever else is out there watching or listening, feel free to make comments and I'll get to those comments and talk. And that's what it's all about. We try to make this as interactive as I can. So there you go. So today is show number 112. Who would have thought 112 shows, right? I didn't never thought about one, but when you're a marketing disruptor, you just have to do it, right? You have to get outside your comfort zone and make stuff happen. And what I kind of did, I guess, like I always say, this was not my expertise, and not saying I'm an expert now of doing live shows or podcasts or whatever, but nothing was going to stand in my way of doing it. A lot of people, not a lot of people, but you're always going to get your naysayers, your doubters, or whatever. But hey, it doesn't matter. I'm doing it because I want to do it. I'm doing it because I think it's important for the brand, for our hospitality industry, that someone not afraid to say things or bring things out when things are going well, but then again when things are not going well. So because that's life, right? Life is not always like Forrest Gump said, it's not always a box of chocolates, right? So everything is not always going to be perfect. So, but thank you so much. Industry news. Libby just mentioned California is completely open. So congratulations to California and everyone else, and we made it, and we're at the now. We don't have to BC levels. So BC stands for before COVID. And some hotels have no distance protocols, no mask, and I guess it's all this. Is it the honor system? Is that what we're going with these days? It's the honor system, meaning if you not wearing a mask, we assume that you've already had the vaccination and you're good. Is that what we're supposed to expect? But what if you're wearing a mask? That means that you're not vaccinated and we need to keep our distance? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, I've been vaccinated. Okay. So am I going to be careful about where I'm going? Yes. Am I going to wear a mask? Well, if it's required, yes, I'm going to make sure I wear a mask. And like I said, I've made it for some days, so I'm good. And so, but there you go. I was just at an event earlier, and it was a mixed bag. Although on the sign, once you entered this particular venue, it said masks are required. But once you got in, everyone didn't have a mask on. I was like, well, did anybody read this sign? Am I the only one? So I actually went back to see if the sign was still there, because I was like, well, maybe I walked in the wrong room. But, I guess you just be careful, and the social distancing is gone. I was reading at something just earlier today, and it was from, it was a hotel that was putting out their protocol, which is good. And I always talk about that. Whatever your protocol, make sure it's consistent. So if that's on your website, okay, that's fine. If no mask required, no social distancing, that's great. Because one thing you don't want is to get into, I see that on their website that everything's wide open, and I get into the hotel, everybody has masks on. Well, what's going on? So just make sure we communicate that. Let's see. Moret said BC before COVID, 80 after disaster. Okay. And then Mike McManus, you have never heard of a celebrity complaining about masks being bothered. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So yeah, we're just gonna, protocol is California's open. So, but just be safe, just be smart. And just because they have on masks doesn't mean you don't, just because they don't have on masks doesn't mean whatever feel, whatever, whatever's going to make you feel safe, then that's what you do. Or if you think it's going to make you feel safer to wear a mask, then just do it. Who cares what everyone else is doing? Okay, so let's just make it happen. But I'm just happy that California is open, and there's no restrictions in restaurants, meaning you can have I guess as many people as you can in the restaurants and on, outside, inside, maybe open full force now. Dodger Stadium, let's say Dodger Stadium, because I'm in Los Angeles. I guess they're open. If there's 1,000 seats, and you can get 50,000 fans in there. So I know everyone's ready to move forward. So let's just move forward, but let's be safe. Mike says vaccinated, but will continue to wear masks. Very good. Kind of funny going into a bank with a mask on. Right. That's a good one. You're absolutely right. So yeah, let's just be safe, and whatever the protocols are, respect the protocol. If it's we're going into the bank or going into the store, if it's still asking you to wear the mask, make a big deal about it. Let's do it and move forward. So anyway, enough of that. Where am I? You guys got me on this whole. Okay, 40% of all workers will not return back to work. Now that all workers, well, not just hospitality workers, because I've been off for the last several weeks saying the hospitality workers weren't coming. The reasons why they didn't were treated during the whole furlough thing. There was not a lot of communication between their employers and the employees. When people have to reapply for jobs, it takes too long to get through the online application. They're asking for now they're asking for people to have degrees when the position wasn't before. It wasn't a degree position. I mean, there's a lot of things that are turning. And this is, like I said, this is coming from people that I've talked to. So now it's not hospitality workers; it's 40% of the entire workforce will not return back to work. Either businesses, they're staying home, maybe childcare issues, and maybe it's two parents that work in the household or whatever, and one could stay at home and be Mr. Mom or whatever the heck that is. So but yeah, that's a mixed bag, but there's a lot of that stuff going on. So so what's going to happen now? What are we going to have enough people to man the hotels? Or are we going to, if the hotel we don't have enough people to clean 50 rooms, so what are we going to do? Only open up 50% of the hotel? That's a good question, right? I know hotels that are doing that. I'm not just making that up either. I know hotels that are actually doing it. I guess there's more will come, right? There's more to come on that. But I'm just happy that California is reopened. That's something to be, excited about. Want to increase your social media engagement? I always mention this. Use Reels and do live broadcasts. Like Moret's going to start doing a show, right? And she probably do something on Instagram Live or whatever and increase her engagement. Guaranteed that's going to increase her engagement. I've been doing a lot more Reels. You guys check out my social media postings, especially on Instagram. And I've been doing a lot more, right? And we always say, oh, it went viral, right? Well, viral means you've gotten more interaction looking at it, like maybe 2 or 3 times what you normally do. So if I was 100 people, maybe now I'm getting 1,000 or 2,000 people viral the other day, and I got like 2,500 live views within an hour, right? But the funny thing is, I get all of them, say by the end of the day or the next day, I'm still 2,500. So I don't know, is that good or bad? I don't know, to get them one time or get them over time. I don't know, but if you want to increase your social engagement, and I know Moret will attest to this, and she would give a thumbs up. Right? Use Reels, IG Reels, and do live broadcasts. Hey, Donna Russo, that's D Roos. Now, everyone knows there's Donna Russo, but I call her D Roos. Okay, so hey, Donna, hey, congratulations on Cannes Film Festival. So Donna and I used to work at the Sportsman Lodge Hotel. Sales manager for me when I was then later promoted to general manager. So I know Donna very well. She's an actor and she stars in this. Check it out. It's on YouTube. They were nominated for an award at the Cannes Film Festival. So I think they were the last of COVID this year, if I'm not mistaken. So Donna, congratulations again and good luck. So you guys check it out though. Go to YouTube, Donna on the Go, and let me know how that was. But I watched. I think she's up to like, is it 2 seasons or 3 seasons? And one, I know 1 and 2. Maybe it's up to 3 seasons now. Wow. Get them, Donna, or go get them, D. Roos. Let's see. Who's hiring? Now, I just looked at this right before because I actually, right? So 3 things. Sonesta Irvine is looking for a director of sales and marketing. So Sonesta is basically buying a lot of, so it's been going crazy the last, I'll say 6 months, just buying everything in sight because they bought a couple of hotels at the airport, LAX area. So this is now the Sonesta Irvine. They're looking for a director of sales and marketing. So go to H Careers and check that out. Director of sales and marketing, sales and catering. Central Hotel is looking for one. So do you know the East Central Hotel? Now, East Central Hotel used to be the former Lux Hotel downtown Los Angeles. So it just really recently got converted and renovated. So now it's called the East Central Hotel. Looking for a director of sales and catering as well. And the WeHo, for people that don't know what WeHo is West Hollywood. West Hollywood is looking for a director of sales and marketing at the London Hotel. And disregard the phone here in the background. Let me just read this one thing about Don, from Don again. D. Roos said, "I'd have a good experience. Please, people, this is the hospitality industry. Thanks for the shout out." Okay. All right, D. Roos. She got a bone to pick with some hotel, obviously. Okay, D. Roos. I'm trying, trying to keep this okay, trying to keep this level here, right? I don't want to get too crazy here, D. Roos. But I completely understand. I'm trying to be funny, D. Roos. You know that. You know how I am. But let me just read this again. She recently had a friend stay at a hotel near Universal Studios. I would take it. So they're going to stay at a hotel near Universal Studios, have a good experience. So whether people rude, and that's another thing. And I mentioned this, and thank you so much for that, Donna, because I always tell people to pack this whole COVID thing. That there's people that have been working for a while and they're back at work, and I'm not saying they forgot how to, they forgot hospitality. I'm not giving anyone a pass here, but what I'm saying is people haven't been working in a while. Now they're back, and now people are, right in front of them, and maybe they're screaming, yelling, maybe they're not as patient. So I'm not, like I said, I am not giving the hotel workers a pass, but I'm asking that the guests or potential guests, when you're packing your clothes, pack your patience, okay? Because that's going to be needed. I'm telling you, because I've actually seen that before. And what I do a lot of times, I call it my office of the day, and I'll go and we call it being a lobby lizard, where you're just in the lobby, just kind of just listening and watching the flow of what's going on. And you would be surprised. Be a lobby lizard at a hotel one time, and just look at the flow of the hotel and see how things go, and what guests say to the people at the front desk, and what the front desk people say. You would be amazed of the banter that goes back and forth between guests and hotel employees. Not that it's all bad, but it can be good. But it's just, it should just be a fly on the wall, so to speak. And excuse me 1 second while I take a drink of water. Thank you. And I always, excuse me, I always tell that for the people that are listening. They don't know. They just hear a pause, and they hear a gulp. they are pausing and go like, what was that? Okay, well, that was me taking a drink of water. So I just want to make sure people know that. Hey, Natalie Finzi Gibson. Hey, she says, hi, Donna. And then Donna says, go the extra mile, be accommodating. Yes, they should be. They should go the extra mile. Hospitality, everyone. Russell and I really enjoyed working with you. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. Everyone won't believe that. Russell, who are you talking about? But no, thank you so much, Donna. I appreciate it. And then Natalie says, patients, hotels are working less as we come out of the pandemic. Hotels are working less, or employees are working. What does that mean, Natalie? Can you clarify that for me? Oh, working with less staff. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, working with less staff. Yes, I agree. Hotels are now told. I don't know if they're told to do this or this is just how it is. You're going to do more with less. You know what I mean? Which is not a good thing, but it's a thing that's happening now. So that's why I say pick your patience, because hotels are working. They're doing more with less. So meaning they have more work, but they have less staff. Bringing it up.